Idaho Backroads, brought to you by Hammer Down River Excursions.
Most Idahoans consider kokanee salmon to be the tastiest freshwater fish available, and for several years they were abundant, but now the bottom seems to be falling out. Steve Liebenthal shows us what's being done about it in tonight's Idaho Backroads.
I'm Steve Liebenthal. On tonight's Idaho Backroads, why the bottom is falling out of what was a bountiful kokanee fishery.
Alan GREENHALG has been fishing for kokanee for more than 30 years. 2 years ago, he says it was hard to keep them off the hook, and they were big.
Now that is good-sized kokanee right there.
I mean, there's been years where we could go up and limit on 25 each and be off the water by noon.
That may seem like a good thing, but to Alan, it was a major red flag. When fish size goes up, population generally drops. Alan predicted the bottom would fall out.
We pretty much had an idea that sometime we'll probably see the bottom drop out, and I think we were right on that it finally did. We get to midsummer and the number of fish that were being produced were way down.
His hunch turned out to be correct. So what happened? Fish managers say they don't have a good explanation. They believe rain after a major fire in the area may have pushed silt into spawning areas. They are studying the situation with a three-pronged approach, monitoring populations at traps, asking anglers for information on their catches, and fall netting. The department will request extra eggs from Deadwood Reservoir to try to boost the population, and they plan to allow hatchery fish to grow to 4 inches instead of 3, which they hope will enhance survival. In the meantime, Alan has shifted his focus from Anderson Ranch to Lucky Peak.
We should have some good fishing in here late into this fall and into next year, and I think the forecast is fairly good for Lucky Peak. Anderson, on the other hand, I think we just need to be patient.
He says the fishery here has improved, but it's nothing like his favorite lake was just 2 years ago. On this day, after 2 hours of fishing with 3 rods, we only bring 2 kokanee to the boat before calling it quits. Not what Alan's used to, but you know what they say, a bad day on the lake is better than a good day at the office.
We typically like to come home with our limit. It is what it is. It's late fall fishing and numbers are down, so we'll take whatever we can get. Had a good time on the water, don't they?
And kokanee populations are cyclical, so Alan says just be patient. He thinks they'll come back. For Idaho Backroads, I'm Steve Liebenthal.